Hi guys, this is Silverwolf, and as you can see I've got a Furby and it looks like he's getting ready for bed. Lying in this blanket here, but it's not actually a blanket, this is fur. And this is a spine armature. And I'm going to be making a Long Furby with this Furby buddy. Now I've had a couple of people ask me if I could do a Long Furby, and so I thought I'd have a go. I looked around the internet to find out how they're made, and this is what I found out. You need a spine armature, which is 3 feet long here. I had to order it from America. If you want to know where to get them, it's oops, not that one. Moore's More. They're called, and they're on eBay. But I will. They've got a website there actually. But I will give you a link in the description of this video for that one. It's basically a teddy spine armature. It comes with these bits and pieces here that you can make limbs and that for making posable toys. So it's ball jointed, bends up like that, and basically will enable the Furby to be bendy. So here's the Furby buddy. Now what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be cutting off the bottom part here, taking that off, so that his feet and the bottom of him will be down the other end of this. This is the fur. Now unfortunately I did choose a grey Furby because I thought grey would be easy. I've got some grey fur. I have this one, and I also have this one over here. But as you can see, the fur isn't really the same colour as the Furby. The closest one is this, which is the same colour as his belly. I also didn't know he had stripes either. So what's going to be happening is I'll be going to be using this one, which is the same colour as belly, so to extend that colour into all his body, right down to the bottom. And I tried to get it to be a match, but it's not really, unfortunately. So he's going to be a bit mix and match. The whole point with the Long Furby is it's supposed to be kind of seamless, so the colour is supposed to sort of go into the rest of it to look as though it's supposed to be like that, and you haven't just stuck a bit on it. So we will see how it goes. This fur is also quite a bit longer than his fur as well, but we'll see what we can do. I might have to trim it down a bit, but it's really nice, it's really shiny, and maybe he's just going to be a patchy Furby, but I might sort of shade him and stuff like that as well. I might do a continuation of this on the back, but I'm not sure yet. So that's what's going to be happening with this little chap, and I will be walking you through it as well. So we start off with this, and in the next part I will show you what happens next. So the Furby has now got his lower half removed. That's his bottom with his feet. Unfortunately one of them did come away, but I'll just sew it back on. I tried to keep them both sewn to the bottom part, so that will go at the bottom of the spine there. And then here he is. It looks like just half a Furby. That's what's inside him. He's got stuffing and a little bag of beans in there as well. And that will go up here. So now all I need to do is measure the circumference so I know how big to make the tube. Now I'm going to have to do the tube unfortunately in 2 parts because this isn't really long enough, as you can see, so I'll have to cut it there and then put another thing of this material down there as well. But I should have enough for both, if I do it right from the edge here, which is a nice straight edge. So I should have enough to do 2 lots, but it will have to be sewn in the middle, which is a bit annoying, but there you go. I didn't have a piece of material that was long enough. Now if the fur was going down this way, it would be plenty long enough, but unfortunately the fur's going this way. So, but there you go. Sometimes these things are sent to try us. So I will see you all in the next part of the video then. So I've sewn the long tube onto the Furby here, and I'm actually chatting to my friend Kel at the moment.
Hello.
On Discord. But
check out Silverwolf's YouTube channel.
Yay! It's the best. So you've got the spine here, and I'm going to sort of attach the spine to the Furby. They said on a website I found that you should stick the spine to the faceplate that you can see in there. So it'll look something like that. I don't have a hot glue gun, so I'm going to try my best with this super glue here. If it doesn't stick, it doesn't matter anyway. You basically got to keep the spine in the middle of it as you stuff it, like in the centre, so that it stays in place, and then stuff it well. Don't stuff it kind of so it's too loose or anything like that. So that's going to be the next stage of this. Further on in the evening, I'm still stuffing. I found a site online and it said to keep the spine roughly in the centre of the tube as you work the stuffing along it, so that's what I'm doing. Trying to stuff him nice and firmly as well, so that he'll bend well and won't be lumpy. But not too firmly, of course, because then he won't bend at all. So this is how it's going, and I'm about, I guess, halfway down him. So I've still got a way to go. But this is what it looks like now. So I've decided to give him a tail. This is the end. It's got a long green fur and it's got beans inside. You can just about see them there. And then this is really nice plush material. You can't really see because the light's bad, but that's the other part of the tail. So basically that's going to attach to the end of him there, and I need to wait for some more stuffing to arrive in the post because I've run out, but there he is, relaxing over there. So we'll see how it goes. And here he is in all his glory. I have finished him finally. I had to wait for the stuffing to arrive, and that's basically why he didn't get finished for ages, because when I did the rest of this video, it was quite a long time ago. A few weeks. I think he's taken about a month. But as you can see, unfortunately, this doesn't quite match up. Now, I could trim all this fur, but you can see that he's a bit of a different colour. I was hoping that this would kind of work out as an extension maybe of his tummy fur, or maybe of his mane back there. But at the end of the day, the Furby buddy I chose wasn't quite the colours that I thought it would be. So, although I'm happy with him, see, here's his little feet, sewn all that on there. Although I'm happy with him, I'm actually working on a second Long Furby. I did take his spine out, so he doesn't have a spine anymore. He's still poseable, but he won't really hold his pose unless you sort of lay him about like this, which I don't think affects him in a large way. But I managed to get this one. Now this is a little black and white Furby buddy, and I'm going to take the white off his tummy. I'm going to replace it with this. So it's going to go all the way down to the end of the long part. So it will hopefully look pretty good, and also like it's supposed to be there. The spine is here as I took it out of the other one. And this is the fur that this Furby's going to have. As you can see, short pile fur, matches his own fur much better. Just put him over there. So it does match in much better, although it's slightly sparkly. But that just adds to his galactic kind of feel. And the fur on his mane, I think I've got some white left over from my Silverwolf plushie that I made a while ago. As you can see, the fur on her head there. It might match up to the fur for his mane. I'm hoping it will. If it doesn't, I'll just order slightly longer pile white fur. That's more kind of this length. But I'm pretty sure it'll match up fine, because to be honest, looking at that, it looks long in comparison to that. But it's really just, I think it's pretty much the same kind of length as the fur that I use for Silverwolf. I've still got some of that left. So, Long Furby project, part 2. And I'll probably tack it onto the end of this video, to be honest, because you've already seen how I made my first Long Furby. This one's going to have the same principle. So basically, probably, I'm watching Dragon Ball Super there. You can see I paused it. But yeah, basically I'm going to take off this bottom part, this massive label, and of course this tag. And I'll do that tonight before I go to bed. And and next it will be measuring up all the bits and pieces and sewing it all together. And I've also got to get the white fur out of the cupboard that I keep it in, which is behind my sofa. So I have to remove quite a few things, including eye bows and stuff like that, to get to it. So this will be Long Furby part 2. As for the first Long Furby, I'm going to be giving him to my mum, because she says it gets kind of drafty underneath the door, so he's going to be kind of a draft excluder and keep mum warm when she's sitting on the chair in the study reading her books. So he does have a use, so he'll be for mum. So before I reveal my final Long Furby, the one that actually did go right, I will do the shout outs because I haven't done them for a few videos. I know I didn't do any in the last video because it wasn't the one I was intending to upload. So catching up with these, we have Furby Channel, Nice Shoes, Gelsie Noel, Puppy Pup 703, Epic Guns, Teddy Ruxpin Channel needs more subs, Wolves Hex, Amber Fang 37, SKF and Lennon Scott. So, are you ready to see my Long Furby? I'm quite proud of him. Here he is. And he's as high as the door handle, as you can see. I call him Lord Furbylon. I don't know if... I've just turned the camera around and I'm suddenly thinking, will that work in the edit? Hopefully it won't affect the orientation of the final video. But here he is. He's very, very long. He is over 3 feet long. So I got the black and white Furby buddy that you saw in the last video, and I have put a strip of coloured space type material all down the middle, so it looks like it's all one thing. I did have a little bit of trouble with this because the plastic's behind it, so I couldn't get rid of all of it, but I thought I'd just leave him like a flash of white there. His fur is really nice. You can obviously see where it was connected, but it pretty much blends in. He does have a tail down here. That was supposed to go on my other one, but I put it on him because I thought, well, the other one's, you know, not quite as good, so I saved the tail for him. There's his little feet. And if you turn him round, there's his mane going all the way down the back. So this is Lord Furbylon, the Long Furby. He was very popular when I posted him on Twitter. One of my friends on Facebook thought he was a Furby onesie, which I would never make because I'm not really into onesies. But I thought that was quite funny anyway. Very long, thin onesie for a very long, thin person. So there he is. I will be doing a video of both of them together so you can see them both, and also posing them and stuff like that. But this video's gone on for several months now, and I think it's gone on long enough. Long. Anyway, I'm terrible at jokes. So if you want to see more Furby videos, as always, the links are in the boxes coming up. And you can check out my Silver merchandise in my Teespring and Redbubble stores, but you can see in the description those links to those shops as well. So this is Silver signing off.